Welcome to another episode of the Hawkins STEM Chronicles. May 8, 1945. Victory in Europe Day. The guns of World War II fell silent on the continent, and Americans from coast to coast rejoiced. But behind every cheer and every flag waved was a deeper story, one of courage, sacrifice, and an unstoppable, often unrecognized force: American STEM. While brave soldiers stormed beaches and flew bombing raids, another army fought behind the scenes, an army of scientists, engineers, mathematicians, and skilled workers. Their battlegrounds were labs, factories, and think tanks. STEM wasn't a sideline to World War II, it was a front line. From radar to encryption, logistics to aviation, the Allies' victory depended not only on strategy but on science. Think of the Manhattan Project. Thousands of Americans, many in their 20s and 30s, using physics and engineering to race against time. Or think of the mathematicians, many of them women, who calculated artillery trajectories and optimized supply chains. This was a national effort, and STEM was the silent engine. Let's talk code breaking. Most have heard of Britain's Bletchley Park. But the United States had its own centers of innovation, like Arlington Hall and the Naval Communications Annex in Arlington, Virginia. American cryptologists cracked enemy messages, giving generals and admirals the edge on land and sea. Many were school teachers, mathematicians, linguists, everyday Americans with extraordinary minds. And what about computing? The ENIAC, one of the world's first electronic general-purpose computers, was built by American engineers in Pennsylvania. It was the size of a room, powered by vacuum tubes, and it laid the foundation for the digital age. STEM also showed up on the factory floor and in the airfields. African-American scientists and technicians like those working with the Tuskegee Airmen maintained aircraft with precision and skill. Thousands of women entered the workforce, not just as riveters but as chemists, draftsmen, and engineers. Rosalind Franklin, Grace Hopper, and countless others broke barriers during wartime and built the foundation for future equality in STEM fields. Whether it was building aircraft, refining fuel, or developing vaccines, STEM meant fighting for freedom and defeating authoritarian domination of the free people of the world. In a word, victory. Engineering built the bridges soldiers crossed. Radar detected enemy aircraft. Mathematics guided artillery. Logistics, powered by statistics, moved supplies with machine-like precision across continents. And all of it, every formula, every breakthrough, was rooted in American ingenuity, education, and collaboration. Victory wasn't inevitable. It was earned by the men and women in uniform on the front lines, and by the men and women with slide rules, soldering irons, microscopes, and drafting tables. Here are 10 fun facts about STEM in World War II. 1. Computers were women first. Before computers were machines, they were people. Thousands of women were hired as computers to calculate artillery trajectories by hand, accuracy that saved lives. 2. ENIAC, the first supercomputer. The ENIAC, the abbreviation ENIAC, stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, which was one of the earliest general-purpose electronic digital computers, developed in the 1940s. It marked a significant milestone in computing history, paving the way for future technological advancements. It was built in secret to calculate artillery tables faster than ever, redefining warfare math. This was important because of the need for fire tables. Field artillery firing data are determined by use of various firing tables and equipment. These tables contain the fire control information (FCI), under standard conditions, and data correcting for non-standard conditions. 3. STEM battles U-boats. American STEM developed sonar and magnetic minesweepers to counter German U-boats, helping secure vital supply lines across the Atlantic. 4. Penicillin breakthrough. Penicillin was first used extensively during World War II. Discovered by British bacteriologist Alexander Fleming in 1928, penicillin was made available to soldiers and those on the home front during the war. Scientists mass-produced penicillin just in time for D-Day. The outcome of the entire war and the lives of tens of thousands of soldiers hung in the balance, and penicillin played a crucial role in treating infections. 5. The Ford Company's Willow Run plant and the B-24 bomber. Every American automaker turned its workforce and facilities to military production during World War II. But no project captured the public's imagination like the Willow Run plant, where Ford Motor Company built one B-24 Liberator airplane every 63 minutes. The plant was the embodiment of America's arsenal of democracy, the enormous manufacturing capacity so vital to the Allies' victory. 6. The Manhattan Project. The Manhattan Project. 130,000 minds worked together in the ultimate STEM experiment, ushering in the atomic age. 7. Radar Revolution. Radar gave the Allies a huge edge, detecting aircraft before they arrived and saving thousands of lives. STEM and Strategy. Operations researchers optimized supplies, fuel use, and movement, making Allied strategy smarter and faster. 9. Global STEM Teamwork. STEM brought together a United Nations of genius, from Einstein to Fermi to Latin American and Asian scientists, united for freedom. And last, 10. Black and white scientists united. Despite segregation, black scientists and technicians were key players. STEM showed what America could be when working together. Victory in Europe didn't just come from the front lines. It came from blueprints and code breakers, equations and experiments. On VE Day we honor the troops and the thinkers behind them. Because without STEM there would be no victory. Remember and never forget. STEM history is American history, and don't let anyone take it from you. On this VE Day we honor all Americans who helped defeat tyranny. Let us remember the soldiers on the front lines, and also the thinkers, builders, and problem solvers behind the lines. Honestly, thank you so much for watching. If you like this STEM-based factual content, please like and subscribe, and also, please hit the button to stay up to date on the latest Hawkins STEM Chronicles. Questions? Ideas? Please leave your comments below. This has been another production of the Hawkins STEM Center. See you next time.